Hello, my friends. Thanks for tuning in for another Real Talk. Real quick, I've been doing a lot of writing lately and posting it on my Substack page. The link's in the description if you want to check that out. Some of these Real Talks are going to sound a little different because I'll be reading from some of what I've been writing instead of just speaking off the cuff like usual. Don't worry, the raw stuff isn't going anywhere. I'm just working on getting more comfortable blending the two together. If you stop by the Substack, please drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Good, bad, whatever. I really appreciate it. I'll also be posting a lot of the audio files from the videos over there as a podcast, so they'll be ad-free if you want to listen that way instead. Please share and like. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, my friends. I hope you're all doing good and your walk is light. Today I want to ask you, if you ever notice how some people go through their whole life acting like they're on a cruise ship, drink in hand, worry-free, letting somebody else do all the steering. Yeah, it sounds pleasant, but that's not how this really works. You see, you're not a passenger. You're the captain. And your ship, that's your body, your mind, and your life. And whether you realize it or not, you've been at the helm since day one. And here's the thing. Most people never even read the captain's manual. They don't know what the job actually involves. So before I talk about steering your own life, let's talk about what a real ship captain really does. See, a captain has the ultimate responsibility for the ship and everyone on board. Doesn't matter if there's a navigation officer, a maintenance crew, or a guy swapping the deck. When it comes down to it, the buck stops with the captain. They decide where the ship's going, when it's getting there, and the safest route to take. They study the maps. They know the waters. They've got the skill to actually steer the damn thing without running it into a reef. They also make the whole vessel seaworthy, checking every part, inside and out. They know the rules. They follow them. And they keep everything in working order because when the ship's out at sea, there's no calling for a tow truck. Joseph Murphy once said, "You are like a captain navigating a ship. You must give the right orders, thoughts, and images to your subconscious, which controls and governs all your experiences on that ship." Now, swap out the actual ship for you. Your mind is the bridge, the control room, and you've got two key members, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind, that's the active part. It's you deciding, judging, analyzing. It's like the captain standing on the deck with binoculars, scanning the horizon, deciding which way to turn. Your subconscious mind, that's the crew, always working, always awake. It's the engine room, the navigation team, the guys keeping the lights on. It's storing every single thing you've ever experienced. Even stuff you don't think you've noticed, it's storing it. And the kicker is, science says that about 95% of our brain's activity happens down there, in the engine room, outside of our awareness. That means your crew is making moves before the captain even realizes a decision needs to be made. Now here's where most people screw that up. Your subconscious doesn't argue with you. It doesn't say, "Hey captain, maybe we shouldn't head straight for that iceberg." No. It just takes your orders and it runs with it. So if the captain, your conscious mind, keeps saying, "I'm bad with people," the crew, they won't fact check that. They just log it in as truth and start adjusting the ship so that every time you meet someone new, you feel awkward and you feel tense. The crew's not trying to sabotage you. They're just doing what you told them to do. Lao Tzu said from the Tao Te Ching, "Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny." It's simple. What you think, you train your crew to believe. And what your crew believes, they act on automatically. So here's the warning. If the captain's giving mixed signals, the ship will stall. Say you tell the crew, "We're heading for success," but deep down you're thinking, "I'm not good enough." That confusion will filter down, and the crew's like, "Wait, Do we go forward or do we just drift here? So you see, a decisive captain gets results. A wishy-washy captain, that ship goes nowhere fast. If you've ever felt like your life is just drifting, that's why. You've been handing the wheel to the emotions, to the fear, to the old stories running in the background. You're technically still the captain, but you've been letting a storm steer the ship. Think about it. Maybe you had a dream years ago. I'll start a business, go back to school, I'll fix my health. But somewhere along the line, that voice in your head said, "You're not ready. You'll probably fail like last time. We can't do this." And so you drop the wheel, and you let those thoughts take over. You told yourself you were being realistic, but really, you were just giving your power away. The crew heard that, and they locked it in. They said to themselves, "We don't need to chase big goals anymore. Captain says it's too risky." And from that moment on, they steered the ship in circles. Same job, same habits, same excuses. Sometimes that storm will come from other people. The voices that told you you'd never be good enough, that you should play it safe, that life's just the way it is. Those voices became commands. They sank down into your subconscious, and your crew took them as orders. Now they run your life on autopilot. And you wonder why you keep ending up in the same damn place. But there's some good news. Just because the crew's been running on old orders doesn't mean you can't change course. The moment you wake up and start giving new, clear commands, the crew will listen. Now, it may take some time for them to adjust. The ocean doesn't calm overnight. But the moment you take the wheel again, you start reclaiming direction. And you'll notice something. Once you start steering your life with intention, the waves don't stop coming, but they stop controlling the ship. You stop reacting to the weather and you start reading it. You stop fearing the unknown and you start trusting your ability to navigate through it. This is when you realize you were never lost. You were just waiting for the captain to show up. So again, you're in charge. You control the course of your ship. Think positive. Your subconscious works towards positive results. Think negative, and it works towards negative results. Think nothing at all, and you drift in circle until the ship runs aground. The crew doesn't care if your belief is right or wrong, moral or immoral, realistic or ridiculous. If you believe it, they will follow it. And they don't quit. They'll keep carrying out those orders while also keeping you alive, healing your body and doing 1,000 other things in the background that you'll never even notice. But the bottom line is, you're the captain. Where you end up depends on how well you command your crew. And the 3 keys to command are this: belief, feeling, and thought. Believe in your direction, feel it in your gut, and give your crew the clearest orders possible. Because as the saying goes, as a man thinks, so it is done unto him. I love you all. Walk in light.